See, I'm 15 years old and I go to Christian World Ministries.
I'm Solomon Williams III, and I go to Christian World Ministries, and I'm 16.
I'm Nick Laverne, and I'm 18, and I go to Christian World Ministries.
And like today is like it blew me away, just like how many people I seen just in like Houston itself, and it's like I just couldn't believe it with my own eyes. Like so many people say that as homeless people, but I never experienced seeing this many people. And like so many people, how their eyes just opened up and how they was talking, cause like they're like normal people. And like when we gave this stuff to them that they never had, it's just they were so happy. Like it opened my heart up and just made me like almost want to cry when I just seen a little bitty boy, and the only thing he asked for was just a little toy. And when we gave him that toy, he felt like it was like the world to him. And he played with that toy all the way with his dad or his mom or whoever he was with, all the way until he walked away. And it's like it just blew me away, and I just couldn't believe it at all.
Like when we first arrived, it was like heartbreaking because like we pulled into the parking lot and I seen the guy. He was laying down under the sleeping bag. And he put a cover over his head and he was going ready to sleep. And it's really heartbreaking to see that a guy, he can't have his own bed, but like there's nobody around to help him. And so when we come, it's like uplifting for them, like to know that like there is God's grace to help them make it through this. Like they do have a chance, and it's not like they won't make it through the struggle.
I don't know. It's just hard because, where we're from in Louisiana, we don't see a whole lot of this, and then we come to a place like Houston, where there's so many people, and it's just everywhere, and we pull into the
Exactly.
parking lots, and then, people just come, like it's Christmas Day, they're standing in line and they're, giving, we're giving and everything else. And, it is very heartbreaking, but then at the same time, it's a very rejoiceful moment because we're seeing people come up and we're giving, not only materialistic things, but we're giving them, life because we're speaking the word of God into them. We're giving something that, may potentially, help them out in the long run because we never know. We may never see these people ever again, but they may end up going to church to get saved, to be pastors and lawyers and doctors. And, it all because, we actually stepped out and did something that, we were told to do. So, I mean, it's very heartbreaking for us because we don't see it on a day-to-day basis. But, again, it is a very rejoicing thing because a lot of these people get a smile on their face, that they haven't seen in a long time, and then they see us, reaching out. So, they're very grateful, for what we're doing. So,
Yeah. So it's like to me, like I say that just because they're like on the street doesn't mean they should be treated like they're trash in the street. They should actually be treated like normal people because there's some people that I've seen looked exactly like us today. Like you'll never think they're homeless.
Yeah.
Like they're like in regular clothes, so the same style that us teenagers was dressing and everything. And they should just be like treated as just an equal person also because I have one person who just asked for just some dress clothes because he was going for a job interview to better his life. And I had another young lady who just wanted some decent clothes because she was tired of wearing the same clothes all the time. And it's just the point that if you can speak the word of God to somebody who doesn't have a home or doesn't have a car, and you can speak the word of God to anybody. You can change anybody's life just to speaking the word of God. And you might, even if you don't want to speak the word of God, you can just at least give something that you don't want anymore to them, and that will brighten their day up. They don't care if it's used or if it's old or nothing like that. They don't care for the trends or nothing that we care about. But they just care about something they can put clothing on their back so they can just continue to just move on to better their lives, even so they'll be able to have a home in their future. And like it's just ridiculous how I see people just look down on people who can't afford the stuff that we can afford. If just you give them that opportunity and that chance that they will work and they will just try their hardest just to be able to be equal just like us. So you should treat people equal just like us today. So
well, see, like another thing is that, some of them out here, it's not their fault, that they're homeless. They may have got, kicked out of their own home and they don't have any other place to go. Or, they might have, lost their job or whatever, it might not be their fault. But, it's really good to see how some of them, like Ernest said, they're going out and they're trying to get, dress clothes to go for a job interview and, better their life, making an attempt, to go and do something instead of, just hanging out on the streets.
Like it's amazing how like we come out here and these people are so open-minded. They're kind-hearted. They're willing for us to pray for them because they know there's hope for them in the end. Like at the end of the day, they know that they're gonna have a future after this. Like we're touching the lives of many people by coming out here and showing that like they can make it. And like it's just mind-boggling. It's like there's so many people out here that's like going through a struggle, and then like you can see somebody in their nice car coming by, and they just look at him and think, oh, he's the scum of the earth. He never amounts to nothing, but that's so not
The
true.
invisible people.